Hey, hey, hey. It's been a while. Welcome to the Psychic Soul Healer channel. My name is Laura, and I am going to do messages from Spirit for all zodiac. So if you're new to the channel and you resonate with this reading, give me a like, comment the word healer in your comment bar, and subscribe to the channel, and you can win a free psychic reading. Now, if anyone has already written the word healer in their comment bar and you haven't heard me call your name, I've called name a few times, but I've also commented right below the person's comment that they wrote healer. So if you wrote healer and you didn't hear me call your name, then go and look and see whether or not, I said that you were a winner, because it would say winner, 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 with little icons. Now, if you're a winner, just email me, at pureenergyhealer70@gmail.com. Again, that's pureenergyhealer70@gmail.com, or the email that is associated with this YouTube account, which I'm not sure because I have two YouTube accounts. Actually, I have three YouTube. So if you're new and you happen to be a Virgo, I just have a Virgo zodiac channel. You might want to just check that out. But this today is going to be for all zodiac. So if you, again, like this video, give me a like and definitely comment. Now, I always like to look at the shadow aspects of your situation, the karmic lessons, the karmic themes, whether you're in a relationship with a trauma bond, whether it's a trauma bond or whether it's a twin flame. And the reason why is because looking at the spiritual psychological blocks and changing them after we create awareness, because that's what readings do. Readings create awareness, but then it's to integrate the spiritual lesson. I always like to do that because this is going to be messages from Spirit about your soulmate twin flame. And so everybody knows that soulmate twin flames are so difficult. A lot of times it's hard for the relationship to find its balance. So understanding what a person's triggers are, what they've gone through a little bit in the past, what they think, allows you to determine how you want to deal with the situation. This is why we do that. And so I use my deck first, using the Psychic Soul Healing Oracle deck. Now, if you're interested in learning about how to use this deck, by the way, then I offer a subscription to getting certified. And a lot of people use this deck for healing, individual healing, as well as with their clients, not just to do psychic readings, but again, to do spiritual healing readings, which is all about healing spiritual wounds, turning spiritual wounds into spiritual gifts, which just means getting to see a different outcome of your situation, because spiritual blocks means that you're stuck in a limited perception about what's happening in the situation, what's happening with how you're viewing yourself, the situation. A lot of times it just happens because we go through experiences. So this card popped out, and it's detachment. So detachment, we know, is caused from trauma. So psychological trauma will cause a person to detach from themselves. But actually, all trauma. Psychological trauma is usually the trauma that distorts our perceptions about ourselves, what we believe we can have about the situation, and they're unconscious a lot of times. Again, these are the soul wounds, spiritual blocks. So detachment, again, a lot of times what we'll see how that plays out is within intimacy issues. So I'm automatically feeling, again, this is for all zodiac. So again, you may take this message as it resonates best for you, again, because you know that energy is fluid. So you may have to flip it, switch it, interpret the message as it best resonates for you. I know you guys have heard that before. Also know that it's the most dominant energy that is going to come out within your reading. So you may say, that why is it that I'm listening to a reading and I always get the person that I'm thinking about's reading, but not my reading? And the reason why is because maybe they're obsessive. Someone that's continually thinking and putting a lot of their energy towards something, again, we can feel it. A psychic can feel it. So detachment, so means that you are involved with someone or you yourself. Again, take it as it resonates. And I'm not going to keep saying that. So just, again, take it as it resonates that you're involved with someone that's detached. And so this becomes a problem because usually your emotional, like how you feel safe with a person is whether or not they're paying attention to you emotionally, like not ignoring your emotional needs. So again, somebody that is detached has a problem expressing their emotions. So there's trauma there. So this is why it's really important to know, again, whether you're involved with someone that's detached, you're not going to give more to a person that's detached. You're going to give less to a person that's detached. You should. Now, I don't know whether you are or not, but again, detachment, we're going to see. Again, the gift is style. So this tells me that you're not. Again, you're dealing with someone that's detached from you, but you decided to put your time and your energy into creating yourself. This is what creates balance in these very imbalanced relationships. And that's what a soulmate twin flame relationship a lot of times is in the beginning, because the relationships are all about divine union, bringing two people that are completely different together. And you also might seem that you are a little detached due to whatever trauma you've gone through, and you're healing not through this soulmate twin flame, but through your passion, through your gift of style, because the gift of style is your individual style based on where you're putting your time, your energy, your focus, and your money, and how you are, channeling all that out into the universe to give and receive and love, to give and receive of love. And that's because you're clearing karmic programs of intolerance. So I kind of feel like right now your soulmate twin flame is someone that, like, again, if you're looking at them, you're saying, I don't want to be with this person anymore. And I don't want to be with this person anymore because they are detached. And they're detached, so they emotionally can't give me what I need. And the reason why, on an unconscious level, you know that this is karmic, and it's karmic because maybe you grew up in an environment where it was very codependent. Maybe your father couldn't express his emotions to your mother. So you grew up having someone like suppress their emotions and having someone completely like be an inferno where they're spewing out their emotions all over the place. Like there was no balance within the relationship. And I feel like your soulmate twin flame also grew up that way. And I feel like you can normally take on something where you're really emotional and kind of take on that dominant expression of when you're out of balance again, or whether someone's making you feel out of balance, which I feel like your soulmate twin flame does because they are detached. So there's a sense of feeling like they don't care. When a person, again, you're with someone that feels like they don't care, there's again a sense of abandonment. So this is triggering abandonment within inside you. Again, your mind doesn't know the difference between physical, emotional, and psychological. And so this is what you're putting an end to, because you're clearing karmic programs of intolerance. So again, I always look at the spiritual energy first. Now I want to look at actually what has transpired within your situation that has made you feel that they're detached, and whether this person again is going to be able to come back into your life, whether you're going to accept them back into your life. Because understand, soulmate twin flames, there's an energy of wanting to control. That's where the energy imbalance is. It's like both parties don't feel safe due to trauma. That's why there's detachment within both. So again, it's not about whether these people are going to come get back together again. Whether you and your soulmate is going to get back together again. What it is will it work? Will it work this time? Is there real love there? Because again, there's a fine line between love and hate. So again, this is a general message. So you all have to take the message as it best resonates. I want to look at, again, now I want to look in what is the past life connection? Because a lot of times when we're with our soulmate twin flame, we're with someone for many, many lifetimes. Like our soulmate twin flame, there's an instantaneous connection, meaning like a familiarity. That person feels like home. And they do so because, again, you know them from a past life. Your spirit recognizes them. But why is that? Why is that important? Well, it's important because, again, there are certain spiritual lessons that we didn't learn. And we're down here in physical form, again, to live out our physical life lessons through karmic connections, which are our family that we're born into. And again, the people that come into our lives, that touch our lives, that affect us. So why did these people come into our lives? What was the lesson? Sometimes knowing what the lesson allows us, again, to deal with the person a little bit differently. So let's look. Okay, so transportation. So I don't read, again, the past life cards upside down, but there was a sense of negative stagnant energy there, meaning transportation there wasn't any. There wasn't, and if it was, it took forever. So there was a long periods of time where both parties were away from each other. And that would, again, create abandonment issues. Again, when something happens to us when we're young, our logical mind isn't fully developed. So looking at something from a limited perception is a lot of times what creates a spiritual block. So if you're really in love with someone for a long time and they go off to war, or they go off to get help, whether that's medication for a family member that's sick, remember, it wasn't like things were near and everyone had a job where you could just be like, well, let me run down to Walmart. It wasn't like that. It was like it took forever to get what you needed, and resources were limited. Not everyone had. So it was years and years and years that people were away from each other. And that created a lot of emotional trauma, because abandonment, it's like, even though the logical mind knows, the person still is not with someone. So it's, again, this is why it's important that we don't abandon ourselves, because you may say, well, that might have happened, but that shouldn't have created a trauma. That was just the way that life was. You know, people still had feelings. I mean, just the same way that you see something that you don't like and you'll say, I don't really like what I'm feeling. It's again, feelings are not right or wrong. Trauma is not right or wrong. It's a person's perception. And if it depended when certain things happened, it's going to affect you more. If things happened when you were a child, your perception is limited. You're also more sensitive, and that plays a part. So again, that's what it is. So again, leaving or travel. So again, this is, again, it tells me abandonment, leaving or travel. Like, it didn't matter. It's, again, it was abandonment. It was time away. So that was a karmic lesson. And that's probably a karmic lesson that both of you guys are playing out within this physical lifetime. And I feel for some that some grew up in like real abuse, like alcoholism, drug and alcoholism, some even sexual abuse. Some parents just were sick, had cancer. Again, general reading, but I'm feeling already like very heavy energy. And that, again, you can live with a family member that does drugs or drink, and that you are going to be emotionally abandoned because that person's not there for you. And that is, again, how the mind perceives a situation. Okay, so I was looking for, here they are. I was looking for that Wait and Rider deck because I want to see again, like what actually transpired? Why all this energy? Okay, 10 of Pentacles, so success. So something, again, was really meant to be. Again, you and your person really are a true soulmate twin flame relationship that has a lot of potential, a lot of potential. I feel like you and your person see this. This is not just one-sided. Okay, Page of Swords. So this person, like whether it comes out upwards or upside down, I mean, they're both kind of negative because I always see a page a little bit immature. I mean, let's face it. It's a page isn't a king, it's not an emperor. It's like there's almost like a immature kid energy, and this could mean that the person is just, again, psychologically, emotionally not capable, which is why they're detached. If a person's detached, you can't expect them to really be mature. They're not going to be mature. They're going to play games. So already I'm feeling that you and this person have all the ingredients to make it work, but this person's immature. But they're coming back if you're in separation with some sort of communication. Yeah, Page of Wands, freedom. They're telling you that they're leaving a situation, that they're free from something. And I kind of feel like a past karmic connection. I feel like your person was not happy. Again, there's going to be a lot of communication between you and your person. I want to ask what happened. What happened between you and your person? Because it's like, okay, there's another person here. It's a little confusing. It's again, 9 of Cups, satisfaction. So you guys were happy. It's not like you weren't happy. But it's, again, look at this 5 of Pentacles. And 5 of Pentacles is all about like abandonment out in the cold. It's, not really being like with that person. Okay. So 9 of Cups is like, so this person promised a lot. And from what you felt, because it's soulmate twin flame, you really thought that it was going to work out because what you were perceiving about them, but they had hid a lot. And in the fact that they hid a lot, they kind of abandoned this situation. I feel like they ghosted. And the reason why they ghosted, I feel like it's because they were still attached to somebody else. I don't really feel like they like that person. Like there was no passion, but they were still connected. It's, again, so they're rushing. Expect them to rush in with some advice. With that communication. It's like a King of Swords though, but it's, again, I still don't feel like this person is being 100% honest. I'm not gonna lie. It's like, yes, there's passion. Yes, there's love. Yes, there's a connection, but your person has detachment issues. So if you don't make this person get to know you, there's always a sense of, again, King of Swords upside down is like, it always like you're going to be battling them. You're always going to be battling them. It's going to be like pulling teeth to get this person to do what you need them to do. And so it's like, and that goes with the page. Page energy is that energy. It's that immature energy. Like, I'm coming in with communication. I'm coming in with communication, but I'm still not really going to cooperate with you. I'm still really not going to, but I'm coming in fast. Why are they coming in fast all of a sudden? Like, what's the point of them coming in fast? It's, again, because at nine of Swords is, again, they're worried, and they're worried mainly because I feel like they can feel you moving on. Again, soulmate twin flame, there's a connection between the mind and heart. So when we cut that energy, then what winds up happening is like the person can feel it. They feel that you're gone. And that's so I feel like your person feels you slipping away, feels you leaving. So it's again Queen of Swords. But they, even though they may feel like that, there's still like a sense of different, like you're different than any other person that they've ever met, that you are unique. And they see you as a better choice, as a better decision. So I do feel like your person is with someone that's not a good connection. They're not happy in the connection, and it shows that. But there was obligation. There was some sort of obligation. But they're coming in with communications very, very soon. I feel like this person thought that they can control love. Again, they're detached, so they felt that they could, just move past the situation because and stay detached in a loveless marriage, possibly because this person has children, possibly because this person has money. There's a lot of different reasons why people stay together. I actually feel like this person, this page, needed to grow up and stand up and be able to express what they really wanted and to be able to set appropriate boundaries with other people in their life. I feel like this page that you're connected to, and this could be man or woman, they're not strong within themselves. They're very easily influenced, and I'm feeling empath energy, like they take on other people's stuff. And so they felt an instantaneous connection to you, but they had a whole miserable life. I feel like your person, because they were detached, they were able to live this life. And that's a double edged sword. It's again because this reading started off with that they were detached and that you walked away because, again, weren't going to be with someone that doesn't care. You grew up watching that. That's your karmic lesson to, again, break that karmic cycle. Again, and that's what it said, breaking family. Let's see if the cards are still here. Yeah. Clearing programs of intolerance. So this is why, because your person was able to live detached, and that's why they weren't. So you could feel that they really did truly love you, but how they were acting was not in alignment, which is another karmic thing, family karma. So you could have grown up in a family where you knew your parent love you, but they didn't act as if they loved you. They didn't give you the emotional need, which is what this is all about. Why you cut it. You said, I don't want that. And your person doesn't really know whether they can give it because they've never had it. So let's look at the spiritual triggers, because if this person, again, is meant to be in your life, right? And it's a soulmate twin flame relationship, then guess what? You're not going to be able to stay away from each other. You're not. It's again, you can't control love. Love is the only energy that cannot be manipulated. It cannot be broken. It transcends all time and space. We think we can control it. We think we can shut it off. But the truth of the matter is we can't. Can we be spiteful? Yes. Can we cut our nose off to spite our face? Yes, we can. But again, that love is still there regardless of whether we cut our nose off to spite our face. Knowing what a person's triggers are will allow you to see, again, how you unconsciously trigger this person to make them not trust you. Because again, if we have intimacy problems because attachment, what is that? It's the second chakra imbalance, which is all about trust, but it's not about trusting someone else. It's about learning to trust ourselves. And as I said, this person has a hard time trusting themselves because they are very easily manipulated, because again, they pick up on other people's emotional energy. That's what the story is right now. And because of that, your person hasn't made a choice. You threw yourself into your passion, into your gift of style, because they're stuck in a situation being manipulated. Okay. So this is, again, assumptions. I felt attacked by the constant need to assume what I was doing or saying. I hit my limit. So I feel like because this person's detached, again, it would trigger you, like where you would assume that they didn't care, that you assume that they were like giving more to somebody else. Again, possibly the person that they're connected to, where again, the person didn't make you feel safe because they're detached. And that's what happens when we're with someone that is detached. It triggers us to start assuming things that are not there. We begin to look for things that aren't there. It activates our trauma, again, unhealed trauma. So when meanwhile this person is putting it on to you, which is what this is saying, the person has never really like wanted to cooperate. It says it here, the King of Swords again, like that's somebody that's stubborn. That's someone that doesn't want to change, and then is going to sit there and assume, and then is going to cause you to assume, and that triggers each other because the person isn't making you feel safe because emotionally they can't. They're detached. What else? One more from them, and then I'm going to pull for you. Okay. Argument. When I feel angry and irritated, I will start an argument if not soothed. So it's again, I kind of feel like, yeah, this person wanted you to show more emotion like chase. Well, which the irony is they weren't giving you anything. Very, again, it's like almost like a narcissistic energy. You'll take it as a narcissistic because you're like, this person's triggering me, this person's triggering me. The person's triggering you mainly because again they've been abandoned. That's again brought it in from a past life, had it in other relationships, emotionally. Really, that's how it happens. And so if you're assuming, and the person again wants a response out of you, your person wants a response out of you the same way when a lot of times you argue with them and you want a response to be soothed. Again, that's what it says, right? It says right here, it's like when I feel angry, I want to be like soothed. And so if I'm arguing with you, you're supposed to be chasing me and making me feel better. So again, this person is codependent. And they're codependent because again, they're detached. They're detached because of trauma. And you are definitely faced with a karmic lesson here. Meaning, like, if the person is not going to give you emotionally, even though this person feels like home, you're like, if you're with them, they're still not going to be able to change. Okay, so let's see what again your spiritual triggers are that they do. But you can see what it would be. It's detachment. It's the fact that they want you to give and they don't want to give anything. And there's a lot of assumptions back and forth because this person doesn't know how to communicate, and possibly you don't know how to communicate either. Okay, so let's see what your triggers are. So boundaries. My boundaries were seriously crossed and disrespected. So again, you trying to say, hey, this is what I will agree to, and this is what I won't agree to within this relationship. And this person, every which way but loose, went around what your boundary was. So meaning they weren't honest. There was someone else again that they were attached to. Even if there was no love there, nevertheless there was obligation. They weren't honest, and they allowed you to continue to give where they weren't giving anything in return. And that's why a boundary was crossed. It's again because you were clear about what it is that you wanted, and this person wasn't being honest, which left you to have to assume everything. And the assumptions over time made this person feel attacked. And this is again why you're like, okay, you're projecting. It's again, this is right here is how that plays out, just so that you guys know. That is how trauma plays out. It's that the person's continually projecting. So I feel like your person needs healing, a lot of healing. And then apology. I feel I never get an apology when you do something that hurts me. So it's again what creates intimacy issues is trust. And this person again is I'm not gonna own how I treat you. I'm not so after I did all this and I still was attached to someone else, I'm kind of hiding out. I'm going to come in and give you communication. But notice there was a space that this person really didn't know how to deal with it. They play a lot of games. They're a page. Again, they were immature. I feel like you are not immature. And again, this is why soulmate twin flame relationships are if they teach and they teach the soul to evolve. That's again, and if we don't know that this is a spiritual union and that why this is playing out, we can look at it as an attack. We can look at it like again, this I love this person supposedly loves me, but this is what they do. It's like what we have to do is we need to detach if you're in a relationship like this, and I know I've been, and I'm sure like every single person that listens to this will say, well, I've been in a relationship where person doesn't deliberately fight you every step of the way, where but you know that they love you. Like there's a lot of triggers between both of you. And it's again where this person isn't going to own how they treat you because they look at it like they're weak. And also, it's like they don't want to have to really be conscious in the relationship, I feel like. And so when you call them out on it, they argue with you, which is again, well, because you're asking for an apology or you're saying you're not, which obviously would make you assume, do you like me? Do you not like me? Okay. And then that is how they cross your boundary because you're be like, I would have never gotten involved with a one-sided person with a relationship. But understand, I believe that this is unconscious. Again, the person doesn't know why they do it. It's again, you have two people that care about each other, that there is a soulmate twin flame relationship, but there's a lot of trauma between the two individually due to, again, how they grew up, the relationships that they went through. But this story is how it's playing out within their life. And it's not playing out in their life good because it looks like there's a power struggle, an unnecessary power struggle. So I want to look at the spiritual like blocks. Again, because now I see what the triggers are, but let's see what the blocks are. Okay, deceiving. Yeah, you feel like your person lies. Is again because again they leave you to assume things. It's again and the fact that they don't like apologize and then I feel like they make it almost like it's your fault. That's what's making it sound like because it's like they argue and they're angry. Where was that argument? Like they argue because they're like but meanwhile they're the ones that are deceiving. They're the ones that aren't being fully honest. Like you always feel like there's an ace up their sleeve. Like they're leaving one foot in and one foot out. And I'm sure that if you feel that way, it's because that they are. It's again, yeah, like apathy, like you like no longer caring about things, withdrawing from life. Like again, this person isn't giving you enough. They may be physically there, but they're not there contributing to the relationship. And then what happens is I feel like they come in and out of your life. They don't respect your feelings. And there is a sense of that they are deceiving you because they're blaming you for how you feel. And that's somebody that is not. Now, again, if this is triggering you, it's not meant to be. It's but understand. Trauma does this. Trauma is not right or wrong. It just is. What's their message that they would want to say? Childhood wounding is influencing my actions. And that's what I was saying again. If you grew up in a certain environment where you were abandoned emotionally, where I feel like, again, for some, I feel like someone grew up with a parent that always chose the boyfriend or the girlfriend over their children. And so there's that wounding there, because I feel like the step parents, or again the boyfriend or girlfriend, was not really nice, so didn't make the child feel supported, didn't make them feel safe. Again, now that's for a limited few, but understand, again, any childhood wounding, so abandonment, and that's what we were talking about. And then I am faced with constant reminders of you. So again, soulmate twin flame relationship. So subconsciously they feel bad. Subconsciously they know that this is a divine union, because when we begin to start seeing that person and feeling that person is new, it's again, there's a sense of, again, soulmate twin flame feels like home. It's unconditional love. We can't break it. So when we're seeing it, it's again, there's a reason why. It's because it's subconsciously our spirit is telling us that person's important. That person should be in your life. That person is holding the keys to something. Again, learning. Where doesn't show that the person doesn't love, if you notice. This is, again, spiritual blocks look like, again, that the person doesn't love, but this is not saying that. This is, the person knows that you are their soulmate twin flame. They do care. There is a connection. You do feel like home to them. But this is their block, and their block came in childhood. And I said that in the beginning, and then the card said it also. Okay, fights, argument, conflict. So this is what your person, I feel like, has been in, again, in all their other relationships. And I feel like it started to get this way with you too. And I feel like this is something that, again, why you would detach. Because you're like, oh, there's always a conflict over nothing. And please forgive me. So I feel like there's a sense too that you feel bad having to disconnect from this person and do what you need to do for yourself, because again, soulmate twin flame relationship, they both have the same challenges a lot of times. So I feel like you're an empath also, where you're connected to this person, and though you love them, you know that you have to disconnect from them because they're not healthy, is how I'm taking that. What is the spiritual message? Let's close it out. I'm going to close this out, but I'm going to look at the spiritual messages. You understand me better than anyone else. Your eyes can see into my soul. I can't hide from you. So again, this person knows that you're a soulmate twin flame relationship. They, again, it scares them though. And this person isn't really mature enough to handle this type of relationship. Because remember, it's this type of soulmate twin flame union is all about healing, not just healing through the unconditional love and the good stuff, but the pulling out of the nasty stuff. Again, the stuff that we've rejected within ourselves. It's again the shadow parts of ourselves. This person has come into your life to be a mirror, again, to trigger you, to pull it out. That's how it gets pulled out, but also to love you, to again be crazy about you. That's what the paradox is. And if the person isn't mature enough to handle it, then that's why this card reading looks the way that it does. That's why this story looks the way that it does. It's because the person has a lot of trauma. And let's see, I'm trying to bury my love for you because I can't be with you right now. I've ruined our relationship. So this person knows that you see them for who they are now, and I feel like that's why they are not really around, but they are gonna come back and show you some communication, because that's what it said in the beginning of your reading. It's just right now where they are, they're just like, oh my God, I can't, and I can't be with you because I acted like a jerk. I acted like a jerk and I wasn't honest. I've crossed boundaries. And I know if I'm coming in, I got to come in the right way. I didn't believe in myself or in you. I let my low self-esteem ruin our love. I want us to heal together. So it's again, and you guys will, because this is what, again, this card right here is what it's all about. It's that unconditional love. It's that even though this person's so embarrassed about what they've done and how they've acted, because I know that when you met this person, you thought that they really had it all going on. And they, again, tried to look as if they were perfect. And what they're showing you is that they're not perfect. And that now they feel like they let you down and that they've ruined the relationship. But their intention is, again, that they want to come back, that there is unconditional love. I know I said one more, but I just want to see. I lied. Gonna pull just two more because I want to know how you feel about them. Okay, well, my ego is fragile to criticism and rejection. I've created walls to protect myself, so I kind of feel like this is where you're at right now. So again, this person, if they're going to come in, they have to come in. It's ironic. As soon as you, again, are letting go, this person is realizing, because I feel like they fought it, and now they're realizing again, and it's as, so this is why I said I want to check, because I don't know where you're going to be. Again, you may be not anywhere. What's another second? I just feel like this is a deck I want to use. This heart deck, because I don't want to take so much more time, but this is the best deck to use. Whoops. Okay. And the reason why is because it's another soulmate twin flame one. And because, again, this is definitely a soulmate relationship, but it's, it's people need a lot of healing. So some people will be like, well, that's not a soulmate twin flame. That's a karmic. Well, I believe, again, it's a soulmate twin flame relationship because there is a lot of love here. And I do believe that this person rises up because, again, they want to heal together. They're taking responsibility for it. And that's the difference. If the person said, no, I'm not going to take responsibility for it, then that would be something. So this is how you feel. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do. For it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. So this is what I was saying about how you are an empath and how they're an empath. So this person's going to come back to you being like, I know exactly what it is. And they also know that you're fragile right now. So the best thing is to really make a decision on what it is that you want. Can this person win you over? Can this person win you over? I just want to know, can this person win you over? Healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. So I feel like you guys both can, because it's, again, there's a sense of knowing what you need to do, again, and that if you want to, it can be. And, I have to be honest, though. This came out saying this is what you need to do. And because it came out, I feel like, and this one is like, okay, well, don't take on somebody else's feelings. And again, if you want it, it's yours. It's going to be your decision. But I have to say, Two of Wands is that it's where it's not saying one way or the other. And that is mainly because I feel like this person needs to come in and they need to prove to you who they are now. And that's where they emotionally didn't give to you. Like, only time is going to really let you determine whether you want to be with this person. And really, that's the advice there, because there's love there, but you wouldn't be happy with someone that emotionally didn't give you anything. This person's detached. Now, you being a soulmate twin flame, coming into this life, it's been the catalyst for this person to heal, to rise up. Now, whether you're going to be patient or not about it, this is saying, don't make decisions based on guilt, which I said in the beginning, but also if you want it, it's yours. It's just not because it's mid-phase. It's like, again, Two of Swords is mid-phase, like you're between, like you're between things. So, which is saying it's not good. You don't know. You won't know until this person like shows you. But the intention is that they want to do it. So I'm gonna leave it right there. I know that this was a super long one, so I hope you enjoyed it. And if you resonate with this, please give me a like, comment in the description bar, healer. And if you were one of the winners, again, please again look on the comments, see whether you wrote healer. And if I wrote heal, like again, winner underneath it, then you're a winner. Then you need to email me to win your free psychic reading, because I've already called a lot of people's names and no one's coming and collecting their psychic reading. So it's again, I want to make that clear. It's again, I have written the winners underneath because a lot all of the time do you guys watch the videos. So again, if you have said the word healer, then look underneath your comment, look to see whether I said that you were a winner. And if you are, email me and we'll set up a time to do your free psychic reading online. All right, guys, until next time, bye.